we are going to mark our base all the way around on each side at the 1-inch mark. And we're just gonna put a line. We're gonna leave our ruler there and we're just gonna turn our base and we're gonna mark at the 1-inch line. We're gonna do that all the way around. What this is going to do is going to help us with our very first layer. All your other layers are gonna be, they're gonna go off of your first layer. So you don't want your flower to be crooked or some of the petals sticking up higher than others. So you wanna keep it consistent. So we are going to make sure that our very first layer, all the petals are gonna come to these points here. So let's set that aside for now and let's get our petals ready. So for this, we're doing a layered effect just like we did on this one. This one has 1 layer of print. This one we're gonna do 2 layers of print. So I'm just using a tape runner. These are at Michael's, you can get them anywhere. If you prefer, you can use hot glue. You could use a glue stick even. You can use whatever you prefer to use. And we're just gonna put some of this on the back of our printed petal. And we are going to place it as evenly as we can get it, right there in the middle. Let me do one more and then I'll kind of do this behind the scenes for you so you don't have to watch this part, but let's do another one. And let's put that right there. All right, so now I have all of them all prepped and ready to go. I did both of them. We're gonna do 2 different layers. Let me give you some measurements here. This bottom black layer here is 5.5 inches high. Okay, the printed paper is 5 inches, so I went down 1/2 inch. That's going to be our first layer. Our second layer is a solid black. It is at 4.5 inches. You need 6 of these and you need 6 of these. Okay, so 6 black, 6 printed, and then 6 black. We've got 5.5, 5 inches, and 4.5 inches. And then our third layer, the solid black is 3.5 inches and the printed is 3 inches. And for this one, you need 12. So let's get started. The next step that we need to do is we're gonna cut a slit. I'm just gonna do 2 at a time because there's actually 6 pieces of paper, so that's quite a bit. And we are gonna cut a slit right up the middle. And we are gonna go up, let me measure, 3 inches. Okay, so you want a 3-inch cut going up. And we are gonna do that for all of this first layer. So I cut the first ones and then I just try to match it up with that one. We're good to go. Line this up. And cut again. Let's see, that looks good. Our second layer, I can do 3 at a time. And on this, we're gonna cut up 2.5 inches. So I'm just using my mat here to measure. So I do 3 at a time for this. This is a personal preference of how far you want it up. And then for the little ones, we're gonna go up 2 inches. It should be, let's go a tad bit more right there, 2 inches. So I'll go ahead and finish all of these and I'll be right back. All right, I have all of the slits made in all of them. So next process that we're going to do is, let me get some glue in my glue gun here. We are gonna add a little bit of glue. We're gonna bring it all the way up and over. Don't worry about, glue down here. It's not a big deal. It's all gonna be hidden. So see how that gives that nice curve? Okay, so this is now becoming your base to glue. So let's keep going. And around. Okay, we're gonna do that same thing. I'll do a few of each for you on all of them. Up and over. And then our third layer, same thing. Up and over. I will go ahead and get this done and get back with you in 1 second. All right, it's time to start assembling the flower now that everything has been prepped. That's all we're doing to these petals. We're not doing any curling or anything like that. So we're gonna start with our largest petal, and we are gonna add glue to the back of the petal at the bottom, and we are gonna place it on our base. Now the proper placement is gonna be in between here and go up to the line that we have created. And then we're gonna rotate it. Next petal, and we've got 6 petals on this layer, and we are using a hexagon base. This base is 4.5 inches. This is gonna give us a nice big area for a center. And just like this one here. So we've got a nice big open area for the center, which is why I went with a larger base. We're just gonna keep going around, placing our petals, just try to get them straight. And our last one. Go. All right, next we are going to move on to our medium, our second layer, and we are going to put it exactly where we put the other one. So we're going to form another circle right here, or hexagon shape I should say, and it's going to go in between these 2 petals. Let's continue with that. We're going to put it right here and right in between the 2 petals. There we go. So this is a really cute set that I'm making to put in my Etsy store. These bees are very popular for gender reveals, like what will it be is the theme. So I thought, oh my goodness, it would be so cute if I made a flower set to go with it. So that's what this is going to be. This is flower number 2 in the set. Flower 1 you see here, and then I still have 1 more to do that will probably be the middle flower. Let's move on to our 3rd row. 3rd one, I'm going to come in a little bit on this one. Now, our 3rd layer is going to go in between our 2nd layer, and it's going to line up with our 1st layer. So we're going to go right in between, right there. Rotate. Now this one we have 12, so we're going to do this twice. We're going to go around 2 times with this one. So just make sure it's in between your 2 second layered petals and line up with your 1st layer. Just keep going around. Line it up. We're on our last one of this 3rd layer. Gonna go here. Now we're gonna do our 4th layer. So now we're gonna line this up with layer number 2. But we're gonna keep it at the same place. Okay. We want it to all stay in the same area. We don't want to come in any on this one. It will be this exact same, and we're just going on top of it. Got a couple more, 3 more petals to go. And our last 2. And I will show you the center. I'm doing the same center as this one here. I've just reversed the colors. It will be yellow with a black center. And I do have a separate video showing the center. Okay, before we put our center on, I'm going to glue on a black circle onto here. Okay, that's just gonna kind of finish it off so you don't see all of this stuff in there, you know, as we put all of our petals on. That down looks good. It also will give the flower more stability because that glue is now hardening on there. Then we're going to take our center, apply a generous amount of glue, and place that right into the middle and push down. Now you could choose to do a smaller center if you want, but I really like big centers. That's just my personal preference. So there we go. So far we have 2 of our set of 3. I don't know, I might add some other small flowers as well, but for now, we've got 2. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.